Well, Simon, the penultimate scheduled home game, it feels like only last week we were discussing how we'd half of the season still to play. The performances have been brilliant to watch, but how have you and the players managed to maintain this run of form in what's been a congested schedule?
Yeah, lots of hard work. I think the players, how they've dealt with that schedule and them games coming thick and fast. I think there's been a lot of effort gone into the group really, and making sure that they've got the best possible chance of performing well and winning these games. So just a collective effort from everyone really. The support staff, the players, the chefs. Everyone at the training grounds really sort of pulled together it, and I think it's been a big contributing factor into our strong run.
You've been keen to take each game as it comes. As soon as the whistle went on Tuesday night, did your attention immediately turn to Sunday's game? And with that, was there any added pressure in the lead up to this fixture, given the position and objectives of both sides?
Well, I think when you get yourself into a position at the end of the season where you're fighting and playing for something, all the games have an element of pressure to it. There's an element of consequence to the games that just isn't there after 10 games in a season, really. So I think I don't think it was a game where we really felt pressure. I think it was a difficult game, and but I don't think pressure was a contributor to the result. I just feel that we probably faced a team that caused many opponents leading up to us problems, and we had a job to deal with on the night, and unfortunately we didn't quite get the 3 points out of the game, but still could be a really valuable point for us. So we're where we want to be. We're in the mix. We're fighting, and that's brilliant. So with that comes great pressure, I guess.
Both teams come into Sunday's game looking for a vital 3 points. Are you expecting a more open game as a result, or can fixtures like this often lead to a more cagey affair?
Yeah, I mean, I guess really it would point to being a tight game. I think we're in a good place. We're in a good run of form, and they are too. So the fixture speaks for itself in terms of what's riding for both sides, and whether that makes for an open game or a tight game, I guess really we won't find out till Sunday.
If it is to be via the playoffs, how important is it to secure that top 3 spot? It seems a significant advantage in this playoff setup.
Yeah, I think the finishing with the advantage of having a home playoff game is obviously something that's very attractive to any of the teams that are going to be finishing in the playoffs. So it's a factor, but really it doesn't change our task. Our task is to roll into these games and do our very best to win it, and see where that takes us. So yeah, look, of course, come the end of the season when all the games are played, you're going to want to maximise your scenarios, and finishing third if it is to be a playoff push, obviously has got clear advantages.
TV coverage of this game results in an unfamiliar Sunday kickoff. With that comes the fact that we'll be aware of the outcomes of Saturday's fixtures. Does that have any sort of psychological impact, or perhaps give an advantage to you?
Well, I think you're navigating these psychological things as you go along. Someone plays on a Tuesday, you play on a Wednesday, perhaps. This week we're playing on a Sunday, and the majority, if not all, are playing on the Saturday. So that can turn into something which is really, really useful. It can turn into something which you could perceive as not useful. So really, these things are all pretty much external, and whatever happens Saturday is not really going to be knocking or changing or disrupting what our task is going to be in trying to get the 3 points.
On the topic of Sunday, can you give us any injury updates on the likes of Tom Walker and Paddy Madden?
Yeah, well, Tom and Paddy are being assessed, and that's something that we've got to look into in a little bit more depth. I'm hopeful that we'll have bodies back in, and we just got to wait and see on that one.
All being well, this will be the final game behind closed doors. It must be something you'll be delighted to see the back of.
Yeah, I think absolutely brilliant that we're gonna get to the stage where we can have our supporters back in, and I think really I'm just pleased for people in general really that they can actually start participating in what we're doing, and for me and the group of players, we've been on such a good run that it would have been absolutely amazing to have the supporters in and being able to enjoy these wins and this strong run of form. But now we can look forward to having them back in, and I think for people in general to have something to look forward to, and which they've lost. You know, going to the game on the Saturday, taking their little boy, the little girl, whoever else, family members, and you know, the fact that we're starting to get that back is brilliant, really. And I'm hopeful that, you know, the fans can get in and enjoy the last part of our season.
Very well said. All the best for Sunday.
Thanks very much.